exercise you're going to do all evening. So I'd like you just come to standing. That's it. I'd like you just to take a moment to close your eyes and just listen to your body. So we're going to have 1 full minute where we're going to notice our body, sensations in our body. If our mind wants to go over here and think about the things that we've got to do later or the things we've got to do tomorrow, I'd like you to bring it back to your body. Things you can think about. You could think about breath. You could think about your posture. You could think about every single little bit of your body. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to think about any of those sensations, nothing else. So you're just going to close your eyes down and we're going to start our minute now. And open your eyes. So if you managed that full minute, just being in your body, thumbs up. If you kind of managed like this, if you totally didn't manage, thumbs down. Let's see how you all did. Okay, not bad. Yes, go Jill and Jill and grandchild. Well done. Grandchild was way off doing stuff. God, and sparkles there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to get starting with a little warm up now, and what we're doing is we're working with our spine the whole way down, from the head all the way down to the sacrum tonight. So we're going to start with just a little bounce. I'd like you to make your knees and your ankles soft like jelly. And we're just going to bounce. Let your arms go floppy. Relax your jaw. We're just bouncing. We're just going to bounce here for about a minute. And I'm not jumping. Yeah, you can jump if you want, but we're just going to think about really jelly legs. Good. Jelly arms. Jelly jaw. So what we did while we bounce, we're waking up our nervous system. We're waking up our fascia and we're starting our elastic recoil. So there's some really cool stuff going on. And then we're going to stop. Good. Shake your legs off. Shake your arms out of it. Okay, so now we're going to do a little experiment with some tapping. So we're going to choose one arm. And we're going to tap all the way around that arm. And I'd like you can look at the arm. You can move the arm about while you do this. You can turn it around. You want to try and get all your arm tapping all the way up to your shoulder, all the way up around your shoulder, all the way up towards your neck. Good. Under your armpit. Get it all around. Tap, 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 tapping. And just noticing your arm while you're doing this. You know, it's there. We're tapping it. And then you're going to sweep it. And you want to sweep not just to the end of your fingers, you want to sweep far away. Big sweeps. Good, really sweep. Excellent. And now I'd like you just to come back to standing, and I'd like you to notice how that arm feels compared with the other arm. Okay. Okay, we noticed. Let's do the other side. So we're tapping the other side. So remember, we're tapping all the way around. Look at it when you're doing it. It's like, I mean, you can really notice it, be with it. Why are we doing this for our pelvic floor? We're doing this for our pelvic floor and core. One, because it starts to wake up the central nervous system. It also starts to calm us down, down-regulate or up-regulate us depending on what we need. Make sure you go up to your shoulders and then sweep. Sweep it out. Brush it off. All the way. Good. Excellent. And then just notice again. Just take a moment to notice. Okay, so this time we're going to imagine our spine is like a spring. As we inhale, the spine is going to get longer. And as we exhale, and exhale, close our rib cage, we're going to visualize the spine just getting softer. It's not going to get any shorter. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. It's just going to get softer. So on the inhale, the spine is going to stretch all the way up. And on the exhale, it's going to get softer. So we're going to do 3 breaths in an apnea. And we're going to do twice through with this. You can have your hands around your ribcage, hands by your side. Remember, inhale, spine lengthens, inhale, soft. So I'll say lengthen and soft. Ready to inhale. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Slowly widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, give yourself a wee shake off again. Okay, so we're going to start now with our pelvis. So we're going to do big circles with our pelvis. You want to take it all the way around in really big circles. Just seeing how big a circle you can draw with your pelvis. And while you're doing this, I'd like you to notice how your rib cage gets involved. It's like its dance partner. It's spinning with it. So it's doing a motion as well as part of your body. Okay. And let's go the other way. And just again, bring awareness to your pelvis. Think about your sacrum. It's drawing its circle. Think about your hips, the movement they're making. Really think about your pelvis while we move. And then come back to the center. Now we're going to do the same thing with the ribs. We're going to draw a circle with our rib cage all the way around the top of our pelvis. And you can do this holding your ribs, or you can do this without holding your ribs. And again, bring awareness to how as you move your ribs, your pelvis moves too. Total dance partners. It's like, you know, ballroom dancing with your body. Yeah? They really like each other. Go the other way if you haven't changed direction. And as you do this, notice how you shift the weight in your feet as you move your rib cage around your pelvis. Notice how your feet shift from one foot being more on the ground and the other foot being lighter. Okay, cool, eh? And then come back to the center. Now we're going to come directly soft knees. And we're going to inhale. And as we inhale, we're going to shift our balance point back. And as we exhale, we're going to shift our balance point forward. So whenever you're ready, in, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, keep the toes on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift to your right, 2, 3, left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To your right, 2, 3, to your left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To your right, 2, 3, left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs as you shift back to neutral for a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Neat how you can feel your balance when you shift back. It's really lovely. So next we're going to start working with our jaw, and we're going to work with our jaw and our eyes as we go. So our first jaw exercise, what we're going to test what goes on with our neck when we do it. So we're going to look over one shoulder and just notice what we notice. How far can you see round? How much tension do you have? And then we're going to shift our neck round to the other side, looking over the other side. And then we're going to come back to the center. And most of you have done this exercise before, but some of you haven't. So we're going to stick our tongue out in front of us. We're going to keep our eyes pointing straight ahead, and we're going to move just our tongue. So we're sticking our tongue out, and then we're going to move our tongue over to one side, and then we're going to move our tongue up and down like we want to lick our ear 7 times. Then bring it over to the other side. Do the same thing. Stick out in front. Stick it back in. Wipe the slobber off your face. Leave like came prepared. And then test by looking over your shoulder. And then look over the other shoulder. There's a girl who likes to be prepared. And then look the other way. Good, and just test how your neck feels. I'm just going to make sure I stay on track because I've got so many to do today. So we're going to do some neck sponging next. So Leva's gone straight there already. I can't be that predictable. So we're going to take our hand behind our neck. We're going to imagine our neck is a sponge. And we're going to squeeze it out. So we're going to take our time and just really squeeze all the way up towards our head and all the way back down. Good. And as you do this, we're going to turn our head around to one side, still sponging, and then look down towards our armpit. And then we're going to bring our head back to the center and swap hands and sponge and look over to the other side and then look down. And then come back to the center. And we're going to gently nod our head up and down as we sponge, just very gently, very slowly. Good. And then release. The next one you won't know. So the next one. So take a moment to notice your neck again. Look over your shoulder. Look over your other shoulder. And then come back to the center. Now, I'd like you to take a nice breath in through your nose. Notice how that feels. I'd like you to take another 2 and then an apnea. Remember the long springy spine. Inhale length. Exhale, soften. Pause. And apnea. Okay, once you finish your apnea, we're going to release our trigeminal nerve, which will help us calm our central nervous system down or upregulate it if we need that. And this is a strange one. So you're going to get your fingers and you're just going to gently cup your nostril. Really gently. See my nostril there? I'm just gently holding one side of my nostril. So I'm holding my right side. It doesn't matter what side you use. We're going to test after this. And you're just going to move it about in little circles. That's it. And we're going to do 5 one way and 5 back the other way, just gently. And then you're going to come standing again. You're going to take a nice breath in through your nose. Notice if that feels any easier. And then we're going to do the other side. So 5 little circles, one direction. So the fascia and the connective tissue inside here as well, inside your nostril, is the same connective tissue, well, the same fascia that you've got in your pelvic floor. So if we can make sure this is lovely and released and soft and not annoyed, then it'll help our pelvic floor. And then we're going to take another 3 breaths in an apnea. So take your time, nice and slowly. Just notice if it's done any changing for you. Then your apnea. It's a really good one to do if you get really stressed in your neck, your jaw get tight, you can just do that and it helps to release it. So in a moment, we're going to come down to the floor, but before we do that, we're going to take our fingers and place them in our ears. We're going to place gently on the tragus cartilage, so that's cartilage halfway down, and we're just going to massage. And you're going to massage, let's just massage for about 5. And then once you finish massaging, just inside the tragus, I'm going to do a quick version of this tonight. Just inside the ear canal. My voice just went really weirdly in stereo for me. And then we're going to pull our ears away from our face. Again, this affects the trigeminal nerve, which helps to calm the vagus nerve. All those fingers, ears away from your face. Quite a lot of neck stuff. And then we're going to take our fingers and we're going to bring them behind our ears and slide them down towards our neck, following the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to come to the floor. We're going to come into a supine position and we're just going to notice our body first. I'm going to get close enough to my notes so I stay on track. Otherwise I go off track, as you all know. So I'm going to lie down on your backs. And when you get here, I'd just like you to have a little bit of awareness of how your spine feels. We're going to bend our knees, feet flat on the floor. And we're going to do 3 breaths here once you've arrived. And on the inhale, I'd like you to think about the spine, your spring in your spine getting longer. And on the exhale, I'd like you to think about it staying long but softening as the ribcage closes. Okay? So 3 breaths when you're ready. Ready to spring. Lengthen, 2, 3, soften. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soften. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, 2, 3, soften. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here and exhaling. So now we're going to take our fingers and we're going to put them at the base of our skull. So lying on the floor still like this, we're just going to push our fingers very gently into the base of our skull. So if you trace round from your jaw, round past your ear, there's a wee bumpy bit. Yeah, we're going to come in just in from that wee bumpy bit and just press very gently there. Now, if we had 2 balls, we could put the balls there, but this works just as well. So you're just pressing really gently. And all I'd like you to do is just very slowly nod your head in a small movement up and down. So what this does is it creates a bit of space in the atlas bone at the top of your spine. So it's just little nods up and down. Good. And then you're going to look over to the right and then over to the left a few times, side to side. And then come back to the centre and move your head up and down again. Just a little bit of space. Excellent. Now you're going to take your hands away. And again, the next one is a really micro movement as well. And it's for that atlas bone at the top. So I'd like you to imagine that you've got 2 bowls of water in your head. And we're going to turn our head very slowly over to one side. And I'd like you to imagine that the water from one side of your head is falling into the bowl on the other side of your head. So you're just slowly tipping the water over, and then you're going to come the other way and transfer the water back into the other bowl. Just really slowly, nice slow movement. So just really taking your time with this. It's like one half of your head has water in it, and then the other half of your head has the other water in it. Like 2 bowls. And you don't want to go too fast because you don't want to spill it. You want to tip it in nice and slowly. And breathing as you do this. You can inhale one way and exhale back the other way. And this again is about creating space at the top of your spine, releasing into your neck, which releases your diaphragm, which will make your breathing easier. And you're going to do another 2 and then come to the center. Excellent. Then we're going to come to sitting for a moment. So we'll get to the shoulders next. So the last one here in sitting, what we're going to do is we're just going to turn our heads over to one side a little bit until you can feel the sternocleidomastoid muscle popping out. Now this is the muscle, we'll come closer. This is the muscle that when you turn your neck around, this is the muscle here. It comes from behind here down towards your clavicle. And this can get really tight on people, especially if they're upper chest breathers or if you've been anxious or stressed or worried. And all we're going to do is give it a little massage. That's it. We're going to do about, like, literally about 30 seconds of massaging one side. Good. And you can do this lying in your bed in the morning or at night before you go to sleep. You've been feeling a bit stressed throughout the day. And then you're going to turn the other way and do the same thing on the other side. Now, if you find it really easily, it might be because you've been upper chest breathing for ages. So just massaging that and loosening it off a bit. Good. And then releasing. Now just take a moment to look over your shoulder again and just see how you feel, how your neck feels and how your upper back feels. Now I've done quite a lot of release work. Then we're going to come back to standing for a moment before we come back down onto the floor. I think I can stand like this. Yes. Okay, so coming back to standing, we're going to look at our shoulders. And then we're into our sacrum. I might skip some of the shoulder stuff, so make sure we get to the sacrum. So we are going to think about our shoulders here being a clock face, yeah? So we're going to come round slowly. So we're going to come 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all the way around to 9 o'clock. So we're doing nice big circles, but we're really focusing on it being a clock face. So we're getting a nice big round circle, making sure we're hitting every bit of it. And then you're going to come back the other way. So if you're going clockwise, you're going anti-clockwise. If you're going anti-clockwise, you're going clockwise. Good. Excellent. And then relaxing. Now we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we're going to shrug first. We're going to pull it up and pull them down. How easy does that feel in your body? So now I'd like good. Now I'd like you to make it feel easier. So we're going to say to ourselves nice things. My shoulders slide up towards my ears and fall down easily. It's a smooth movement up towards my ears and then down slowly. Bye. It's a slow, beautiful, juicy movement up and a slippery, slidey movement back down. Now to test this, I'd like you now to think about the opposite. I'd like you to think your shoulders are stiff, they're painful. That's what I'd like you to say to yourself. I'd like you to say it out loud if you can. My shoulders are really sore, they're really painful. I don't really want to move them. Oh, my shoulders ache, they're so painful. Oh, my shoulders are super, super sore. Did you feel the difference when you did that? So let's go back to a nice picture. Let's imagine our shoulder blades are bars of soap. So they're nice and wet bars of soap. So they're going to slide up and down, nice and easily. Perfect. Now you can pick. Do you like an exfoliating soap? Do you like a smooth soap? So visualizing the soap. Now, does it have a smell? Do you like sandalwood, lemon, rosemary, berry? See if you can smell the soap. Good. And how's that changed your movement? Good. We've got one last one to try. I'd like you to imagine you've got two strings with balloons hanging off them. Balloons are up here. Your shoulders are going to move up. The balloons are pulling your shoulders up and up and up and up. Can you feel how light they feel? And then the strings are cut and your shoulders fall down. Again, balloons are lifting up, lifting up, lifting up, nice and light, and then down. Good, okay. So we can see how the different imagery can really make a change to how we're moving. Okay, so we're going to use that imagery for our shoulders moving in and out for one hypopressive pose up here. So we're going to shift your balance point forwards. We're going to internally rotate our hands into first. So I'd like you to really visualize the shoulder blades slipping like soap or moving smoothly, whichever one works best for you. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, give it a shake off. So we're going to come back down onto the floor. We're going to look at our glutes now, because they're the other end of our spine a bit, and then into our sacrum. Okay, so coming down. Okay, so we're going to be in our bridge position. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find your glutes. And the way we're going to do this. So first of all, find your neutral pelvis. Give it a wee wiggle about from side to side. Find your ribcage on the floor, the back of your head. And now, I'd like you just to squeeze your bottom muscles, your glutes, for like 2 seconds and then let them go. Squeeze and then let them go. Now I'd like you to notice when you squeeze, do both sets of muscles, are they both squeezing at the same amount and both letting go at the same amount? So just work that out first. Just squeeze. Does one of them kick in first? And then relax. And now this time, I'd like you to try and make them both fire at the same time and both the same amount. And you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. Squeeze. And then let it go. And squeeze. So you're just squeezing your bottom while you're on the floor. And then let it go. So fully letting it go at the end. So let's do 2 more. Squeezing your bum. Really try and squeeze it. And then just let it melt into the floor. Now I'd like you to imagine that your glutes are 2 fists. And you're going to squeeze them together like 2 fists. And then when you finish, you're just going to allow your fist to open. Beautifully soft hands. So squeeze like 2 fists squeezing. And then let it go. Okay. So we're going to come to a bridge position now. So we're really working through our spine. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis forwards, and we're going to slowly peel our spine off the floor, thinking about each vertebra being like the bead on a necklace as we draw ourselves up. And then we're going to inhale at the top, and as we exhale, we're going to come back down, bead by bead by bead by bead by bead by bead. And we're going to do it 3 times at our apnea at the top. So hands by your side. Whenever you're ready. Again, let's do this in your own time, so you can really take the time over. It's quality of movement over getting it done quickly. So when you're ready, you're going to take an inhale. Remember that spring in your spine. And then as you exhale, start to slowly curl yourself up, bead by bead by bead. And it doesn't matter, we don't have to come up very high. It's just about starting to get that feeling of articulation. When you're ready, you can inhale at the top. You might already be well ahead of me because I'm talking. And then as you exhale, you're going to slowly bring your beads down, bead by bead by bead, making sure your knees stay parallel to each other. On your third one, you're going to come up nice and slowly, really drawing yourself up, and you're going to perform your apnea at the top. And you can repeat this a couple of times through. Just really taking your time with it. Remember, it's inhale and exhale, move, peeling the spine slowly off the floor. And then inhale when you're in your position, and really visualize, try and visualize your spine like it is the beads of a necklace. And you can only put 1 bead of the necklace down each time until you get to the sacrum and the bottom, when you can release the sacrum. And on the third one, you're going to peel yourself all the way up, pause at the top, and perform your apnea. So we're in our bridge position. And when you finish your next apnea, you're going to inhale position and exhale, slowly lower yourself back down towards the floor, coming back to neutral. Okay, so now we're just going to focus on just doing little gentle pelvic tilts. So we're going to tilt our pelvis backwards, so our lower back comes into the floor, and then we're going to tilt our pelvis forwards. We're going to do this a few times. Nice and slowly. Okay, now we're going to do 3 breaths into our apnea. As we inhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis forwards. As we exhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis back. So start in your neutral, ready to inhale. Forwards, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards, 2, 3, neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and just stay where you are for a minute. I want to just explain what happens with your sacrum when you're doing this. So your sacrum bone here, this bone at the back that comes all the way down to your coccyx, this one, when we inhale and we're tilting our pelvis back, that does exactly what the sacrum's doing. So this bone at the back. So if I join it together, it's that big bone there at the back. So as we inhale and tilt our pelvis, that bone gets out of the way. So it actually slides away from the spine a little. So that feeling, you know, that feeling of rolling backwards, it's what your sacrum's doing. And then as we exhale, the sacrum rolls back forwards. So that movement pattern is actually coming from your sacrum. So they say the sacrum gets out of the way. So on an inhale, the sacrum gets out of the way, and on an exhale, it comes back. So try and experience that when you're lying on the floor. So really feeling that idea that the sacrum is moving out of the way, and then on the exhale, it's coming back. Okay. So going back to lying on the floor, we're going to do 3 breaths into our apnea. So whenever you're ready. So we're going to do it. Ready. In, 2, 3. Now it's coming back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of the way, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of the way, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Out of the way, 2, 3, neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling onto your side and coming into a quadruped position. Now, if you don't want to be in a quadruped position, you can stay where we are just now and just do the same thing we've just done. Otherwise, when you come to a quadruped position, we're going to really explore the movement of our spine from our pelvis. So as we inhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis forwards, allowing that ripple to come all the way through our spine until our head points forwards. Then as we exhale, we're going to start from our pelvis again. We're going to tuck our tailbone under, allowing that ripple to come all the way up to our spine. And we're going to do 3 of these and then neutral for apnea. So come back to neutral to start. So ready to inhale, tilting the pelvis forwards. In, 2, 3 from the pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt from the pelvis. 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt from the pelvis. 2, 3, neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause it here for a minute. Now I'd like you to imagine your spine moving in a big circle. So your hands are going to stay where they are, and your spine is going to move in a circle all the way around to the side, all the way up, all the way around to the other side, all the way up. And we're just going to do 3 cycles one way and 3 cycles the other, just regular breathing. So your spine is going to, I like to do it so that my spine dips down first, then over to one side, then comes up, and then goes the other way, and then comes round, and then comes back, and then comes round, and then I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to go the opposite direction, allowing my spine to really move. Good. 3 in this direction. And then we're going to come back to neutral. We're going to come back to our cat and cow. So last set of cat and cows. So ready to inhale and tilt forwards. In, 2, 3, tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale. Come back up to standing where we started. Okay, so we're going to do the same minute that we did at the beginning, just noticing how the change. So it's important, we can't change anything in our body till we notice it. So it's really important for us to notice before we do stuff. So feet side by side. And then you're just going to close your eyes and you've got 1 minute to just notice. So get yourself comfortable. And let's start. So whenever you're ready, you're going to begin. You might notice your breath, your posture. And then open your eyes. Who managed that time? Thumbs up if you managed to stay in your bodies.